Oh, sorry.
No, no, you're
I'm
fine.
in a bad
You're-
spot.
you're okay right
Is that
now.
okay right there? Okay. Can you see? Okay. But, and see, now he's just taking it and rolling it in, on bubble wrap. And he's gonna put like 6 layers, which will give him 3 inches of bubble wrap.
More than that, that's 3/4 inch.
Is it?
Yeah, look how big those bubbles are.
Yeah, that is a little bit bigger. Usually it's hard to find anything beyond 1/2 inch bubble wrap.
Uline.
Well, they call it 3/4, but that's 3/4 in diameter this way, but thickness is 1/2 inch, the stuff Uline sells. So it's 1/2 inch thick with 3/4 inch round. Yeah, so it's not really 3/4 inch thick, I don't think. Unless I'm thinking about something else. But you see, he's paying special attention to the ends, because that's where you can get in trouble. You know, he's taking he's taking bubble wrap, a folded over flat bubble wrap across the bottom. But then he tightly, this is it pulls it tight so that all that bubble wrap wraps around to also add protection to the bottom. That's important.
So when we learned, we fill the center of any void, so that center of that space we would have filled.
You
with
fill the void.
peanuts.
Yeah, I've always wondered if that helps. I've thought that might.
I don't
Yeah.
think it actually helps.
I don't know. But it's not a bad idea. If it's tightly filled, it might add a little more strength to the base.
Yeah.
If it's,
Yeah. It keeps outside pressure from breaking, I guess, that's the theory.
See now, you see that edge is very vulnerable, but he's carefully makes sure that he folds everything over to where he has. So he's pointing to that, but folds it over to where all those layers fold over to give full protection to it.
Oh, no.
So he'll pull all that around, fold it around to protect the edge.
You used to do stretch tape?
No, that's just packing tape. What he
Can't you
uses.
just use stretch tape?
You probably
Find
could.
that easier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a little harder to do this piece, but yeah, the other way definitely. Yeah.
Why didn't he do the bubble wrap on the inside like he did the bottom?
I probably because it'd be hard to get the bubble wrap to stay right along that edge. Because right in the middle is just open, is empty. It's that edge is what you're trying to protect, that top edge. And keep in mind, when this is done, it's going to end up being double box because this is a high-end piece. This is that telescoping lamp box I was telling you about. It's kind of cool.
I'm not sure I'd leave it so it could roll off the table.
Yeah. He might have it rinsed, I don't know. I know what you're saying, though. I've had,
We can write that in there and put it on.
But he's just void filling here. I've seen a lot of people do that. I like to put peanuts in first, but what a lot of people do is put the peanuts in and then lift the item a little bit and let the peanuts flow underneath. And they vibrate it. I don't necessarily like that idea, but I've seen a lot of people do that. See, he's pushing down now to kind of compress further, but it's also going to be packed in another box. So this is a double box. He's really just filling void here at this point.
Seems like a lot of void fill for an inside box.
Yeah, that box could have been smaller.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have it. You got to use what you got. And he may not have had a box smaller than this for this particular thing. Because there really isn't any reason why here you wouldn't, there's no reason here why that inner box couldn't be just the size of the bubble wrap that you did.
And that's a double walled box too. though.
Right. Oh no, this is a high-end piece. This is another case where he doesn't put the peanuts in first, but he will, if you catch it, he'll lift it a little bit to let them flow underneath. That seemed a little flaky to me as far as making sure that it flowed. It might,
Well, I guess it keeps you from overfilling the bottom and then having to.
Yeah, it might be, because that's, In the longer video, he actually talks about that, where he measures, you know, like
Yeah.
brings it up and makes sure it's just right. I've done it where I put